Hey everybody, it's Caleb from the Southern Fried Geekery podcast, and Happy New Comics Day to you all. Cheers. Had a few more minutes before I have to run off to school. I got home, got cleaned up. It's a lovely day outside, so I decided to record out here. For those of you who are keeping up with Raj and I's saga of being out of the house, fingers crossed, we're getting moved back in this weekend. That's what we're hoping, that's what we're being told. So that's what we're shooting for. Hopefully Saturday is when we will be back in our house for the first time in 2 months, and I will be recording this all from my office with all the books and the art. It is a gorgeous day outside. It looks like it's going to rain. I do want to say we are in Arkansas, so we are in the middle of a pollen apocalypse. It's basically what folks in the north have with snow, we have with pollen, so that's what we're dealing with here. So if I sound kind of stuffy, my allergies have been jacking with me a little bit. But I wanted to keep kind of doing what I started last week, and doing little videos for New Comic Book Day every week as they come out, show you guys what I'm reading. I know we can't talk about everything, talk about a lot. Maybe you guys watch the video where there's some cross stuff. Maybe we can carry on some conversations in the Facebook group, in the Southern Fried Geekery Facebook group, where you can find everybody. I hope so. At least I would love for this to lead to more conversation about comics. Y'all know that's my bag. That's what I'm into. So first, but definitely not least, previews time. I'm not doing the previews videos anymore. Nobody seemed to really care about those, which is fine. We talk about new stuff that's coming out on the show, and talk about what we're going to be picking up and everything. So that's cool. No biggie. But if you don't know, previews is where all the major publishers put their stuff at. You get your main book, which is thick, and then you get, now Marvel and DC have their own previews magazines. Kind of see what's coming up 3 months down the line. There's some really cool stuff in here. Also potentially spoilery stuff for those of you who are keeping current and curious about what's going on. Some cool stuff that's going on with X-Men. The Hickman stuff is actually solicited in here, and that's happy making because it's coming down the line. Well, let's talk about some books. All right. Excited about this. Redneck, number 19. Donny Cates, Alessandro Etherin, D. Cunefe on the colors. I know Donny Cates is killing it in Marvel right now. That's mainly what we talk about because he's exclusive to them when it comes to superhero stuff. But Texas Vampires. Solid. Rock and roll. A book that I'm not familiar with about, but I saw the number one. I dug the art on it, so I picked it up. It's called Ghost Tree. From IDW, Bobby Curnow, Simon Gain does the art. Colors by Ian Herring and Becca Kinsey. Letters by Chris Morey. I know none of those people. I'm curious to see what this does. Really neat little book. I really dig the interior art, which hopefully it's light enough you can see. I'm down with it. I want to see what it looks like. Stuff for the younger folks.
Hi.
Marvel Rising. Sorry about that brief interjection by the hubby. Let me know some stuff. Anyway, Marvel Rising, kind of all ages books, features a lot of the female characters, but not only female characters. I mean, you just got a lot of cool younger characters on here. I dig it. I dig the hell out of it. And let's see who's on this book. Nyla Magruder, Robert DeSalvo doing the art, Rachel Rosenberg on the colors, and she is a pretty killer colorist. I like a lot of what she's doing right now. It's happy making. So I'm going to check that out. I've been on the Marvel Rising stuff. It's enjoyable. If you're not, check it out. You might like it. It's all ages kind of stuff, so that's for you maybe. Catch a little wine buzz before I have to go to school. I'm still on the Sharky kick, man. Simone Bianchi's art just speaks to me. I've always loved that guy. I love what he's doing. Mark Millar, as a writer, is hit or miss for me. This one so far has been a hit. I dig it. For those of you who aren't reading it, we spoke about the first issue on one of the episodes of the show. Kind of a space trucker buddy cop. Not really buddy cop. They're team up story between an older guy transporting a younger person who's searching for his family. There's a lot of analogs that I can't think of at the moment that would speak to. Almost like an Indiana Jones and the kid from that movie, which y'all know me in movies. I don't watch them. But that kind of relationship, which is fun. So it's so good. And you're probably looking at me like I'm crazy, and that's fine. The book is ridiculous. It knows it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if you can see what the title says, but it's Hulk plus Wolverine plus Weapon H, Hulkverines, no pants are safe. Like, it knows what it is. Greg Pak writing it, you're always safe with Greg, in my opinion. Ario Andedito on the art, and Maury Hollowell on the colors. It's only been I think it's only going to be 3 issues. I know my boy Castro is loving this. It's fun. It's stupid fun. It's so stupid and fun. I can't stress that enough. Go check it out. Like, it's ridiculous, but it should be. If you like the Hulk, if you like to laugh, if you like your books to be over the top and funny, but not in a begrudging kind of way, it's a lot of fun. I'm on Batman Detective again. I know I jumped off there for a little bit, but I've really been digging it. I like what they did with 1000, and now they're doing this Arkham Knight story. Peter Tomasi is a fun writer. Brad Walker on the pencils, Andrew Hennessy inking. Brad Walker's that's a good combination. Nathan Fairbairn on the colors. Don't tell Sean I said this, but this is the best Batman book on the shelf right now. I like what Tom's doing. I love Tom as a writer. Right now, it's in kind of a slump for me. He's been doing that Nightmares thing. No worries. I've got no fear that he will bounce back, and that's okay. In 105 issues or whatever, but Tomasi is writing a fun story. It's a killer book. I'm liking it as far as it's got more action. There's less introspection. There's less interior monologuing. It's just kind of it's an old school, like, nitty gritty, punch and shoot things with the Batarang action story. If you've listened to me talk on here or the shows, you know that, in my opinion, right now, one of the best horror books on the shelf is Jughead the Hunger. Now we're getting crossover. Jughead the Hunger versus Vampironica. There is a mosquito flying around my face because Arkansas, and that's what time of the year it is. I don't know. The story's by Frank Thierry, and he's the one who's writing Jughead the Hunger, so I'm expecting good things. Art by Pat and Tim Kennedy and Joe Eisma, again, doing a lot of the art on Jughead the Hunger. I'm not reading Vampironica. I know Meg Smallwood was doing some of the art on that, and it was worth checking out. I just didn't read it. Another one, Thanos #1. This is a new book. I'm not really a Thanos guy, but Donny Cates is writing it. Ariel Olivetti, again, I like that dude doing the color or doing the art. Antonio Fabella on the colors. We'll see. We'll see if it sticks around. I wanted to check it out. Like, Jerry has convinced me that maybe Donny Cates is doing good enough stuff with the cosmic realm that I might enjoy it. This book is good. This is a slow, so very psychologically driven story. I can't. Me and Craig gush about this book whenever we read it. Garth Ennis and Goran Suzuka. It's, like I said, crime drama, but not your grandma's crime drama. Pollen, sorry. They're inside some dark places, and Garth Ennis will go there. Like, that place, he will go there. So it's fun. The Realm. It's Walking Dead meets D&D. It's never let me down yet. It's Seth M. Peck and Jeremy Hahn with Nick Filardi and Thomas Mahler. One of my favorite DC books I'm reading right now. Freedom Fighters. Ariel Vendetti, Eddie Barrows, Ferrari on the colors. Takes place on Earth X, which, if you know what Earth X is, it's the land where the Nazis won, or the Razzies, depending on what you want to say. Hitler took over the world, and it's good times. Eddie Barrows' art in this blows my mind. One of the best artists in DC's stable right now, in my opinion. There's not too many people who can compete with what he's doing. In my not so humble opinion, I love what he's doing. Of course, Avengers came out today, 18. Jason Aaron writing it, tied into War of the Realms, like you would expect. Ed McGuinness doing the work. Mark Morales doing the ink, which Mark Morales is my favorite inker in the game. I'm actually getting some inking done by him on 2 of my pieces right now that I'm excited to get in. Some pieces I had done by Arville Jones, so that is happy making. This looks like, I mean, this has been a fun Avengers run, and now Hyperion's in this. He's on the cover, along with like Nighthawk. So a lot of those guys from that group that they were in the what was it called? I enjoyed it. It wasn't the Sinister. I forget what it was off the top of my head. It's the pollen and stuff is killing my trivia game, but oh well, it'll be alright. Good times. Looks like they're fighting some dark elves. I'm excited about this. So a new book that I don't know what to think about yet because I haven't really looked at it, but I dig the cover, so judged a book by its cover and went ahead and ordered the rest of them. Queen of Bad Dreams. It's a Vault book. I don't get a lot of Vault. Vault's not a publisher I have typically enjoyed a lot of what they do, but this one's got Danny Lore and Jordi Perez writing and doing the art. Derbla Kelly on the colors, Kim McLean on the letters. It's a fun book. The colors are pretty vibrant, pretty cool. It's got an indie style to it. Almost looks like some of the stuff Valiant was doing there for a little bit. I picked up War of the Realms #2 because I missed it last week, but, you know, it's War of the Realms. So, again, Jason Aaron and Russell Dodderman, Matt Wilson, Marvel's big event, you know, and there's 37,000 tie-in books, which I'm getting none of because I'm not having any of it because I don't want it. And that's okay. Nobody's forcing me to buy it. So, just not stuff I'm really caring about. Let's see. Wildstorm 22. Warren Ellis, John Davis Hunt, Steve Bucatello doing some of the colors. We're marching towards the end here. This is, as you've known from the very beginning, they've had the timeline up here at the top. They're doing 24 issues. This is 22. My boys Midnight and Apollo are in it now. They're back, and that's happy making. The truck is really loud. Sorry about that. Heroes in Crisis #8. We got one more, speaking of trudging to the end. And this has been a trudge. Not my favorite book, but I'm going to still check it out. There's a lot of good in here. At least it's relatively coming out on time, which is more than I can say for another big DC event that I'm not too happy with. You know, Mitch Gerard's art is always worth looking at. He's an amazing penciler. Everything that he does, in my opinion, is worth looking at. Tom King is writing a Tom King story. And it's fun. It's fine. Just maybe has been taking longer to get where it's going than I felt like it needed to. Centered a lot around Wally, which is neat. He's a character that I like a lot. One of the DC characters that I've liked him, and I don't know a ton about him. It's one of those things that I had to get in tangentially to. And if you know anything about his history with New 52 and how he disappeared and where he's been, there's going to be a lot of heart. I expect a really emotional ending to this book. So we'll see. We've got one more after this one. They're doing 9. And last but certainly not least, another Aftershock book, Dark Red, which heard me talk about the first one. It's Tim Seeley, Corin Howell. I think they pulled this out of Marilyn Manson's weird truck stop vampire bedtime dreams, because that's what it is. Tim Seeley is a great horror writer. In my opinion, as far as somebody who regularly puts out horror books, Tim Seeley and Cullen Bunn kind of right up there at the pinnacle of good times. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. So far, I love it. I like the art. It's a fun package. I'm always down for a gothy vampire story. So, all right. Well, I have to get ready to go to school and be a good student, and I'm getting close to graduation, so that's fun times, fun happening. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I hope you're checking out some comics. Listen to our podcast. We drop new episodes on Sunday. Get on our Facebook page and our Instagram. Like us on Instagram and Twitter, but show us what you're reading. We want to know. We're not just saying that. We really want to know what you're reading at home, so we can talk about it. We want to bring this communication to you guys. You know, just we enjoy it. You know, you want to show us what you're sipping on while you read. That's fine too. We have a good community, guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. I know Craig, Jerry, and Sean feel the same way. So go forth, love some comics, and we'll see you next time.